Hey, what's up everybody? How are you guys doing today? Thank you guys so much for joining me. And before I really kick off today's video, I just want to mention really quick, I have two shout outs. One shout out for Uri and another shout out for Joshua Santos. Thank you guys so much for the support. Thank you guys so much for being Aquamigos. I really appreciate that. Now check this out. So over here, I have my 10-gallon tank. Some of you might remember that in last week's video, I showed that my aquarium heater was broken. So I ordered a new one, and then the new one that they sent me was completely shattered. So I sent a message to the eBay seller, and they sent me this brand new one right here. I've had it in here for a couple days already. So this tank is now up to temp, meaning that I can add fish to it. And I just wanted to make sure, because this tank has been empty for a little while, I went ahead and checked the water parameters, and check this out. I discovered something really interesting, and some of you guys might be able to relate to this. But my parameters are all looking pretty good. I did not lose the cycle. My nitrates are looking kind of high, so I'm going to do a water change right now. But take a look at the ammonia reading. And this is actually really interesting. So if we take a look at the ammonia, I know it might be a little bit hard to see, but my ammonia reading does look like it has like a tint of green to it. It's looking like it's showing up as 0.25 or maybe even 0.5. Your ammonia should be 0, right? So I've noticed that my ammonia reading, no matter where I test it, on this tank, my other tanks, my pond, it always shows up as 0.25 or 0.5. So what I did is I pulled out this other ammonia test kit that I have, and check it out. I tested it with this kit, and it turns out completely yellow. My ammonia reading shows 0. Once again, you know, the camera, the colors are a little different on the camera, but I'm sure that you guys can see that this one is more yellow than this one over here. And I have a suspicion, I'm not 100% sure, but I have a feeling that once the bottles start getting low, something happens with the chemicals, maybe more exposure to oxygen, maybe it's more concentrated when you get to the bottom of the bottle or something. I'm not entirely sure, but I have a feeling it can cause your ammonia to show up different when the bottle is more empty. Because these bottles over here are almost completely full. The bottles that I tested this one with right here, those ones are almost empty, and those are the bottles that are showing the reading of like 0.25 or 0.5. So I just wanted to mention that really quick. I do think that my ammonia is more accurate with this test kit over here. It's 0. I'm pretty sure my ammonia is at 0 because my tank is still cycled. So anyways guys, let me know if you have ever experienced anything like that with an ammonia test kit. So anyways guys, I'm gonna do the water change. And then I'm sure some of you guys know my 15-gallon tank right here. The fish that I have in here are my Endler guppy hybrids. And what I want to do in today's video is I want to take all of these guys and put them into the 10-gallon. And the reason that I want to do this is because over here, I've been talking about this for kind of a while, but this is like my indoor guppy pond. And in here, I have these really nice mosaic Dumbo-eared guppies, which I would like to move into my tanks. But the issue is that I don't want to mix them with my Endler guppy hybrids or my regular fancy guppies, because I want to keep this strain of guppy pure because they are really nice. I don't want to dilute the strain. So the dilemma is that in order to get these mosaic guppies into my tanks, I need to move all my other guppies somewhere else. And I don't have a whole lot of options of where I can put them. And kind of the issue with this tank is that once I move all of these guys into the 10-gallon, there's going to be a ton of really small fry in here, and it's going to be really hard to get those guys out. So pretty much what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to get all of the big guys out of here. Then I'm going to have to wait until the little guppy fry get a little bit bigger so that I can catch them and also move them into the 10-gallon or somewhere else. Once this tank is completely empty, then I'm going to go ahead and move these guys from the guppy pond into the 15-gallon tank. Once this bin is completely empty, I'm going to move all of the fish from my 20-gallon into that indoor guppy pond. These are kind of like a mixture of Endler guppy hybrids and just regular fancy guppies. And then I would also like to put my mosaic guppies into this tank. But the issue with this tank as well is that once I move all of the big guppies out, there's going to be a whole bunch of tiny guppies in there that I'm just not going to be able to get. So I'm pretty much going to have to do the same thing where I'm going to have to wait for them to get big enough to where I can actually see them, catch them, and then I'll put them into the indoor guppy pond. Now, kind of the good thing, or I guess it could be seen as like a good thing or a bad thing, is that the indoor guppy pond does not have a lot of room for fry to hide, so I won't end up with very many fry from this tub right here. However, the 15-gallon and the 20-gallon, on the other hand, have a ton of hiding spaces for those guppies. So once I move my mosaic guppies into these tanks, I'm probably going to get a whole bunch of fry from them. And one other thing I want to mention really quick is that I did get my new pond tubing. It's right here, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook that up at the pool pond today. Alright, so we're just gonna wait for that to fill up. Alright, nitrate's looking much better. And since I just introduced more ammonia to the tank through the tap water, I'm gonna go ahead and wait a little bit, and let's go ahead and add the new pond tubing to the pool pond. Alright guys, so that was pretty easy to do. Over here we have the old leaky hose, and this thing should start flowing in a second once that trash can filter fills back up. And by the way guys, just to let you guys know, I did end up finding the body of that fan-tailed goldfish that went missing. So yeah, just thought I would let you guys know about that, and there we go guys, we are flowing again. So now that I recovered the body of that dead goldfish, hopefully my algae will start to clear up. Hey, what's up guys? So it's actually the next morning, and it's actually raining outside. Check this out. Well, right now it's just drizzling, I guess. But anyways, I kind of held off on adding the fish to this tank right here because check this out. Even although we waited until the next day, I'm still getting a slight ammonia reading on the test kit. And although it should be ionized ammonia because I did treat the tap water with the API ammo lock, I'm just kind of holding off because even after waiting until the next morning, we're still getting that ammonia reading, which is starting to make me think maybe we kind of did lose a little bit of the beneficial bacteria. So I kind of want to hold off on adding some fish to this tank. So yeah, this video is kind of turning out to be a little anticlimactic, and I don't know exactly what to do about that. But oh, and then I also had to do this to the pool pond. Check this out. I ended up removing my UV clarifier that was right there and just ended up connecting the new hose directly to the trash can filter, because when I was connecting it to the UV clarifier, it was like leaking, and then also that UV clarifier, it doesn't even work anymore, so there's no point. And to those of you who did watch until the end, I just want to let you guys know that next week I'm doing 2 giveaways. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Just watch out for those 2 videos. One of them will be on Monday, one of them will be on Wednesday. I'll tell you guys how to enter and everything. And for those 2 giveaways, unfortunately, you will have to be located in the US for me to be able to send you those if you win. So yeah, please be in the US, please be at least 18 years old or older to enter, or have permission from a parent or guardian. And I will be doing the official giveaway announcements next week on Monday, which is let me check real quick, Monday the 13th and Wednesday the 15th of December. So watch out for those guys. And I guess that's gonna be just about it for this video. To those of you who did watch to the end, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. If you did like this video, if you go down there and give this video a like, that would help me out so much. If you would like to see more videos by me in the future, make sure to go down there and hit that subscribe button, and also hit that bell notifications button. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I'll go ahead and put my handle right here. It's at YT_Tobias. And for the giveaways next week, in order to enter to win, you will have to have an Instagram account and you will need to be following me. So just a heads up right there, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Peace.